Say it wrong, eh?
Hello, Riley.
Hello.
Thank you for jumping on my podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome.
My name is Elena Key, and welcome to the Changing Lanes podcast.
We're going from a level to another level.
This is the Changing Lanes podcast.
Giving you the best Polynesian.
Where we talk about anything and everything.
Do you want to introduce yourself to those people who don't know you?
Yeah, let's start. Oh, how do I even start? I'm Riley. I'm 23. I live now in Brisbane, but I'm originally, I was born on the Gold Coast, but lived in Wellington pretty much my whole life. And I'm known on Instagram as healthychic101. So basically started an Instagram maybe like 4 years ago. And it started as like a way to track my weight loss. I'd been overweight my whole life and I just wanted to change my life like every day. I can't remember a time where I wasn't dieting. So I was like, this is it, I'm going to change my life. And then the Instagram kind of just grew slowly and it became more of like a self-acceptance journey rather than a weight loss. It was a weight loss journey as well, but yeah, it sort of became more of like a self-acceptance and self-love journey than a weight loss journey. So yeah, now I'm full-time content creator on Instagram and YouTube, which is crazy. And yeah.
And here we are at
Here
your
we
tour.
are. I know, crazy.
Cool. So I've been following you for a while. And when I started the podcast, I was thinking about like who I wanted to interview, and you were like one. So when I was going to Gold Coast and I knew you were in Brisbane, I was like, hey, you want to be on my podcast?
Yeah.
And then now you're here for the Say It's This tour?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Yeah, it's so good. So we've got our last show tomorrow. So last of 7, I think. Yeah, 7.
Oh, you did 7? Wow.
Yeah. So we did New Zealand and then Australia.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just been crazy. I've been basically touring, just talking about like my journey and self-acceptance and body positivity and just all that stuff and sort of just what I've learned. I guess like the best way to describe it would be if I could go back in time and tell my like 13, 14-year-old self anything, like that's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
But at that time, no one wants to hear it. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're 13,
Yeah.
it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Don't want to listen to anyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's sort of like what I've been doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been crazy.
Oh, that's cool. I'm not going to take up heaps of your time because we're both busy tonight.
I know.
Got lots
We got shit to do.
Yeah. But what I did want to ask you, a few things. I wanted to ask you because you're very confident in a good way. Like, you know, I think it's really positive, like how confident you are, how like just happy you are with your life and like with your body and all that. And like that's something that has that I've gravitated towards with you. Like when I follow you. And your personality is crack off ass. Like I find you crack off. I swear you make up all your own words, eh? Yeah. Somehow you've got like your own lingo.
On dictionary. Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, what are the experiences in your life that you think shaped you to be as confident and as solid in yourself that you are today? Like,
Yeah.
is there anything that stands out?
Yeah, I think going back, like I've always been overweight and my way of coping with that is being funny about it. Like I've always been the funny fat friend. Like you can try and make fun of me, but I'll always do it better. Like that's just my way of dealing with it. Like I'll just take the piss of myself. So I think in that sense, I can change my perspective on things and not let things affect me in a way. Like what's the worst that someone can call me? Fat. Like there's a million other things that are worse than being fat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm a confident person and I can't remember a time where I haven't been confident, but there's still times where I don't have that confidence and I still feel insecure. Because even if you feel 100% confident, there's like, it doesn't mean to say that tomorrow, for some reason, you wake up and you're just feeling a bit shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's the whole thing. Like, throughout my life, I've learned ways of coping with the times where you don't feel like you're a boss ass bitch, basically. Because it's normal. Our whole lives we've been taught to try and look a certain way from the media. Like, all I can remember is just stuff in magazines, TV telling you to lose weight to be happy and all the rest. So I guess my way of coping with that is I have 3 steps, and I've talked about this in my tour. So my first step is replacing the negative thoughts with positive ones, and it's something that you have to do all the time. Like, you don't reach a space where you're like, I'm confident, nothing's ever going to affect me, I'm so happy with my body and where I am in life.
You've like constantly like...
Constantly work on it. Like, you could wake up, feel awesome, whatever, cool, and then at lunchtime you just walk past a mirror, catch a wrong angle, and then go like, nah. And that's normal because we've been taught that that's how we should be, and we should be critiquing ourselves all the time. So the first thing that I do is try and replace the negative thoughts with positive ones. So if I hear the voice inside my head going like, you can't wear that dress, your stomach's poking out, you look like 8 months pregnant, or your thighs are too fat and that can see your cellulite from like 10 miles away, I replace those thoughts and go, well, actually, it's fine. My legs are big, yes, they're strong, and they power me through every single workout and carry me every day. Or I can smile and make someone else smile, or just be grateful for the things that I have and turning the negative things into positive thoughts. So that's one. The second thing is knowing where those thoughts are coming from, which I think is so important because we've been taught to hate those things. Like, it hasn't come from nowhere. We've been taught from the media and from our peers and everywhere else that we should hate our cellulite, and we hate our stretch marks, and we hate our small bum or our big bum or our boobs or like saggy, like, just everything we've been taught to, it's not right. So I think knowing that those thoughts aren't actually coming from us and they're coming from somewhere else, and we've been taught to hate those things, but we can teach ourselves not to hate them. And then the third step, which I think is the most important, is knowing that you're so much more than your body, because we are. Like, there are so many more important things in life than just what we look like. We can be kind, we can be a dick, we can be smart, we can be funny, we can support our friends, we can not support our friends. Like, those are the things that actually matter about who we are. So reminding ourselves that it doesn't matter what you look like, because some days you're going to think you look great, some days you're going to think you look shit, and some days you're going to think you look both things chopping and changing. It's just the way we are. So to go through life knowing that you're so much more than just what you look like means that you can not let it affect your mood as much. Because I think that's the biggest thing. As soon as we start letting it affect our mood, that's when it's a problem.
Yeah, that's me right there.
Yeah, because you let it affect, you wake up and you think you don't look hot, and then you're like, oh, that's shit, like, I'm going to have to stop eating, or like go out, not go there, or you just, that confidence just goes. And it shows, you know what I mean? Like, you can tell when someone's feeling a bit shit about themselves, and
100%.
It's not a nice feeling, like, and we all get it.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here going, like, all these 3 steps, got it down pat, but like, I still go like, fuck, my stomach's all fat in this, or I don't look good in that photo, I'm a big unit, I need to go to the gym. Like, I still do that because I've been taught my whole life to. So it's just teaching yourself, and it just takes time. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to reach a place where I'm not going to care.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to have those thoughts.
So you say just like practicing the being in a better mindset has helped you to stay confident? Because that's so hard for women. Like, I feel like especially in New Zealand, like we've been here for 9 years, and like now my daughter's nearly 8. And now she's like at the age where she realizes like her size and stuff. She's like a big little Samoan girl. Yeah. And but just like I feel like, I don't know, I feel like in New Zealand we like, well, for me as like a Samoan, like in New Zealand, I feel like we were like hard or humble to a fault, like, and not like wouldn't put ourselves out there. And it's like you're almost frowned upon being confident in a way.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, and I just, like, I think now, like, there's a lot of us now that are grown up, you know, like my age, like I'm 32, and we're all still like struggling with like body image.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, and for me, I want to be better for my daughter. But it's like hard. Like, you know, like I read books, like I hear what you're saying, but I'm like, man, I still like struggle.
Yeah.
But you're like just saying like, it's like the practice of
Yeah.
the just get the negative, because it sucks, It sucks when you feel negative. So it's like you might as well practice to feel better.
Yeah, and like you said, in New Zealand, I reckon it's a huge issue with that. Shoot them down if they're confident.
Yeah,
It's always been like that, and
Yeah.
I can like 100% say, like, obviously I'm white, I'm not Samoan, so I can't speak on that, but just being confident in situations, people would attack you. Yeah. And it's not, they would
like,
call me...
Who does she think she's all that?
Yeah.
But it's like...
Yeah. And it's like, I'm just being confident, but then they'll attack the things that are easy to attack. So fat, because it's easy. They wouldn't be, oh, you're confident, I don't like that, it's you're fat.
Yeah.
But because they're angry that I can be confident and be fat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like I shouldn't be happy with the way that I am.
Yeah.
And that's a huge problem in New Zealand. We know that whenever someone does well, everyone just wants to tear them down. Like, it's just a thing. But yeah, I like 100% like full on agree with that. It's a thing that you need to work on all the time, that whole confidence thing. And also knowing that everyone feels this way. Yeah. Like, you'd find it hard to find a woman that can say hands down that they are confident all the time and don't have any insecurities. Yeah. And even if you look at someone and go, fuck, I want to be them and I want to look like them and I'd be sweet as if I was them, they will still have insecurities. Like, no matter what you look like.
Well, even hearing you, I'm like, I don't know, when I like watch you online and stuff, I just assume you're like, because you're just so happy. Like, that's how I see it, like a happy confidence. And to me, I'm like that. I feel like that's why so many people gravitate towards you, because you're just living your life happy as, and it's like beautiful, like to watch. And like, that's so like, for me, like when I watch that, I'm like, it's inspiring. Like, I'm like, man, I need some of that. Like,
yeah, well, that's why, like, and that's so like cool to hear, because it's crazy. Like, I look to other people for that kind of stuff, and it's insane to think that I can have that effect on people. But it's also the reason why I'm doing what I do. Yeah. Like, my page at the start had so many people saying, you inspired me to lose weight. Okay, cool. If that's what you want to do, if you're picking up healthy habits, which are in turn making you lose weight, and you're a happy, healthier person, cool, whatever. But to hear that I'm helping people in just their happiness and their acceptance of themselves is so much more important than...
100%. Like, where I'm at now is like, you know, typical woman, had how many diets, you know, like I've always been like a chubby kid, and put heaps of weight on both my pregnancies and stuff, and just like have just constantly battled with it. And in the last like year or two, I'm just so over it. Like, obviously I feel better when I'm smaller, but like I'm just like, I want to be happy at any stage that I'm at, and like accept myself. And like where I'm at now is I'm trying to learn how to do that, because I don't know how. Like, it's foreign to me. Like, it's always been like everyone's on the Biggest Loser, or, you know, everyone's on this new challenge.
Yeah, Weight Watchers, Sure Slim. Yes. Even F45 is like a massive thing at the moment. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, everyone's on that 8-week challenge, and it's
everyone's
like
posting up at 5 a.m. Yeah.
5 a.m. I'm in bed.
45, I'm like, we get it. Like, and I did like a challenge last year, like a 6-week challenge, and, you know, did real well. And then I signed up for the next one. Was useless. Yeah. Like, you know, but it goes up and down, and that whole up and down, like, I'm like, I can't deal with it anymore. Like, the lose for 5 minutes, and like, I mean, even now, like, my husband had a cancer scare, so we're juicing at the moment, but we're juicing for health. Yeah. That's the switch in that. So I'm like, I've lost some weight, but I'm like, I mean, that's the, like, a bonus. Yeah. But, you know, coming for that different, like how you said, like, how you inspired people. At the beginning, they wanted to lose weight, and then you kind of evolved to like, I want people just to be happy. Yeah. If losing weight is gonna make them happy as and stay happy, not just like a quick fix, then cool. Yeah. And I think you reached a higher purpose of what you're doing. I guess. And
I feel that as well. Like, I feel like I'd rather make a difference to one person's life in that way, rather than thousands of people losing weight. Like, I would rather. It's just more meaningful.
Yeah, 100%.
And like what you said about like how you're doing juicing at the moment, and cool, if you've lost weight, awesome, but it's not for that.
Yeah,
I think, that's really important. And it's that mindset change of, if I'm changing things in my life to make me happier and healthier, then it doesn't matter if you lose weight or you put on weight or you stay the same. Like, if you lose weight because of those changes that you're making, cool. But if you don't, you've still made those changes and it's still cool. Yeah. Like, people always assume that if you're making changes or making healthy changes that you're going to lose weight. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's always like, that's like the goal, but it's not. It doesn't have to be the goal. You can be maybe taking a yoga class each week. I don't do yoga, it's not my thing. But like, that might be a thing that people like to do. And if they're doing that and doing something else and that's improving their life and they're happy and they're healthy and they're not losing any weight, it's still like incredible. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not 100%. About the weight loss.
Like, I went and studied at the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, and they're about nutrition, but first and foremost they're about like relationships and, you know, like the career and all the stuff that fools you. That's what's health. Like, you know, like the combination of that. And like, I learned in there that there's people who could be drinking green juice all day and all that, and they're unhealthy as, you know, like, it's, and that's what I get from you, and what you're representing is that like healthy balance, like not that, you know, like, you would, if you were too busy trying to, you know, do all these diets and stuff and be this healthy, you know, like just for weight loss, then, you know, like, I doubt you'd be living your life the way you are, you know? Yeah,
and that's another thing that I talk about. It's like, I could go and eat kale and that's it for like a few months and lose a whole bunch of weight. But for me, that's not happiness and it's not health, because happiness is health. Like you said, like, all these things are so important. Yeah. More important than what we weigh and what we look like and how much fat we have on us. Yeah. And for me, I would rather, I enjoy going out for hot chips with my friends. I enjoy going out on the weekend. I enjoy going to the gym and lifting weights. I enjoy having a smoothie for breakfast. Do you know what I mean? Like, all of these things, I would rather balance them. Doesn't matter if I lose weight. Doesn't matter if I put on weight. If I'm balancing my life, feeling good, feeling healthy and happy, then I've won.
100%. That's what I gravitate towards with you too. I'm like, damn, I need some of that in my life. Yeah. But so that's real cool. Yeah,
it is hard. Like, I'm sitting here and be like, just balance everything and you can be, but it's not like that. And we need to remember that it's okay to feel like you're not doing that, because it's not just going to happen overnight. Because we've been in the cycle, like you said, of like going like cold turkey and losing all this weight in a challenge, and then you're like, I'm skinny now, I look amazing, and then you just drop off and you're like, nah, not doing it for a while, and then another diet, and then not doing it for a while, and that's been my whole life. Like, hello, literally my whole life. And so many other women and guys, but I mean mostly women, same thing, just constantly feeling it's like sad. You have to change yourself. It's
draining, and I think it takes acceptance to realize that, because it's the norm for all of us. Like, you know, we're going to start, and then you see someone starting on like a challenge, and then you feel stinky, you feel like, I should jump on that, and it's never ending. But everyone's still the same size.
I know,
like, they lose for 5 seconds, and it's like that's what I was talking to my husband before. I was like, we haven't had people over for dinner for ages, because I was like, nah, I want to eat healthy and all this. And then I'm like, still the same weight. So I'm like, what was the point? Like,
it's so true. Like, if you look back, like, the whole life.
I know. I'm like, I give up. But now, and I think I got more of a purpose too with my daughter. Now I'm just like, I just want to learn how to, because it's not going to be healthy if we ate out all the time. It didn't work out either. So, but I'm just trying to, the balance, 100%.
The balance of healthy, what even is health? Like, what's healthy to you is going to be different to me and different to the next person.
Amen.
And I think it's just about learning that balance of happy, healthy mental health, happy, healthy body, social health. Like, there's so much shit. Like you said, not having people over for dinner because you want to eat healthy, and it's like,
and it's not
talk to your friends, hang out with them. Like, fuck the food. Who cares? So like, just so many more important things.
I know.
That we should focus on.
I know, it's ridiculous.
I know, but we're changing shit, so.
Yes. So I love what you're doing and love your page, and don't want to take any more of your time up. If you have anything else that you want to like add, you want to like.
I don't know. I feel like it's just
What do you think the main change we need to make as women?
knowing you're more than your body.
Yeah.
100%. Put that energy that you have put your whole life into trying to change your body into your work, your goals, your friends, your family, your pets, your life.
Yeah, like change the focus,
Yeah.
and grow in all those
Yeah.
other areas, and like stop putting such a focus on what we look like. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I
That
reckon.
is cool. We should just leave it there because that's
Yeah.
like real cool. Okay, so, and where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram, healthychic101, and YouTube, just same, healthychic101. I'm trying to upload
Are you
more.
on Facebook?
Yeah, but I don't really use it.
Oh, yeah.
I know people are mean on there. Like, I
Oh,
always get
really?
mean comments. Yeah, so I'm like,
Oh,
nah, pack it
people are
in.
just-
Yeah. So I'm like, nah, I'll just stick to Instagram and YouTube.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy your time here in Melbourne.
Thank
And
you.
I want to catch
I'm
up
excited
with
for
you again.
tomorrow.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to catch up with you again in the future.
Yeah.
That'd
be
And thanks for
cool.
jumping on here. I'm going to go and style your event now.
I love it. Thank you for having me.
You can go and do what you need to do. And yeah, so thanks everyone for tuning in to Riley.
We're going from a level to another level.
This is the Changing Lanes podcast.
Giving you the best in Polynesian.
Where we talk about anything and everything.